Marxist ideals? Why else would he implement economic policies that create and sustain unemployment, institute unsustainable debt, reward non-contributors, and punish the ambitious? Why else would he dismantle the world's greatest medical system, dooming healthcare to mediocrity, medical innovation and research to a standstill, hamstring the nation's space exploration, prevent the true exploration of our own energy supply, implement crippling cap-and-trade policies to further break our economic backs, all the while feigning he's doing the opposite? Ladies and gentlemen, we will not survive the policies of this president. If we don't rise up, as our forefathers did 234 years ago, we will lose everything they sacrificed for. And make no mistake, most of them did lose. But they gained freedom. And like them, if we don't win, we will have lost not only the fruits of our labor, but our freedoms too. And most tragically, the loss for our children and our grandchildren, because they've never even experienced that. We are at a tipping point. Either we turn this American ship around quickly, or we will all go down with it. The tipping point is so fragile. One way it leans will purge the nation of this leadership and all who follow it. Out with the czars! Out with the sexual radicals like Chai Feldblum, who would earliest next week pass legislation to assure people of all sexual deviances, including pedophilia, cross-dressing, their place in the workplace, whether it's schools, businesses, law enforcement. Out with the sexual radicals. Out with Kevin Jennings, the so-called safe school czar, who has written explicitly he believes in sex between children and adults. Kevin Jennings. Out with the tyrants in Congress, who would punish corporations who dare not agree. Out with the leaders of ACORN and SEIU, who break the law to steal elections and destroy American institutions with impunity. Out with the tyrants at the Justice Department under the leadership of Attorney General Eric Holder, who protect terrorists and put their own citizens at risk, who release members of the new Black Panthers charged with intimidating voters while putting citizens like you and me on special watch lists. Ouch! Out with the president who treats our friends like enemies and our enemies like friends. Out! Out with the president who bows to the Saudi prince and the Chinese president, who gives flowery speeches to the Arab world claiming America is a Muslim nation while disrespecting and degrading our traditions. Out! Out with a president who says, whether we like it or not, we remain a dominant military superpower. He just said that 2 days ago. Whether we like it or not, we remain a dominant military superpower. Out! Out with a president who wishes his nation weaker, one who sets about to make it so. Out! Yes, the tipping point is fragile, and if we tip the other way, we will find out readily what it's like not to be a military superpower, as terrorists and rogue nations will gladly take us up on our weakness. We will find out what sustained and increasing unemployment is like, what poverty for more Americans looks like, more stores boarded, more businesses failing, more government handouts until they dwindle when there are no more so-called rich to provide them. Less freedom to express ideas and opinions, to explore personal gifts, more indoctrination into leftist ideology, no conservative talk radio or alternative media, minimal health care, seniors neglected and dying earlier, the privileged political class at the front of the medical lines, all lines for that matter, and the American ship sinking into the abyss of poverty and obscurity. What separates us from those two paths? Well, ladies and gentlemen, simply put, it's you and me. The Tea Party movement. It is. It is your presence here today. It's your insistence on continuing to be able to speak the truth, to make your own choices, to voice your opposition to tyrannical government, to defend the Constitution and exercise your First Amendment rights. Yes, fellow Tea Partiers, who do you think is energizing this country? Is it the politicians in Washington? No! Is it the Republican leadership? No! It's you. And there are many people in in Washington who have been lulled to sleep on the opium of power. Even people that were once very good, they don't have any backbone. Others want to do what's right, and your energy has given them encouragement to stand up and fight. You, Tea Partiers, are what is, humanly speaking, going to turn this nation around. So, which way will we tip? The way of freedom or the way of tyranny? Fight, my friends, fight! Fight for your nation, fight for your country, fight for your families, fight! And in the words of the immortal Winston Churchill, never give up. Thank you very much.